10 minutes. I had a brief conversation with apartment chair. Real quick. All right, cool. So, yeah, let's look at these ads. So, there's what they call the USA Today ad meter, and it's kind of like there's other. This sort of is the most official one for rating Super Bowl ads over the years. They got started, back in like 1989, and they started with in Northern Virginia with just a small group of people they provided incentives on probably monetary, food, I'm sure, to come to this research facility to watch the Super Bowl. A little different way to watch the Super Bowl, but I'm sure they've had tons of food there or whatever. But they got people together, watch the ads, and they talk about them in the focus group, and then also have people do some surveys as to how they felt about the ads. And then from there, it kind of expanded. And now it's expanded to where they not only do it in Northern Virginia, but they do it a few other places, but then they also allow the general public to be involved too. Fortunately, there's really no financial incentive, but if you wanted to get involved, you can do this and you can register. And I think they give you access to the ads like the Wednesday before the Super Bowl, and then it goes up till even after the Super Bowl, I believe up until midnight that night, or maybe even early the next morning, where you can make ratings on, or you can rank the ads. And it's a simple 0 to 10 scale. It's not anything real complicated, but it is kind of interesting how they break down, and they'll show you, that ended up being a top one, but they'll give it an average rating. And we'll look at this, and it kind of breaks it down by demographics, by age. It breaks it down by gender. It breaks it down by household income. Breaks it down by states. Believe it or not, where an ad was more popular than another based on different states. So this is the one I was talking about, 100-year games. So if you look at the breakdown, what I was just talking about, it just kind of breaks down here. So interesting, Alaska and Wyoming are both at the very top here, actually with 10 and 10. But you have to wonder too, though, the fact that it's at 10, how many people too within those states did they have? Maybe they only had one person in each state. I don't know. I believe they have a lot more than that, but that's kind of interesting. Believe it or not, this ad was by the NFL was actually more popular with women than men overall, 8.15 to 7.8. Again, it's a simple 0 to 10 scale. By income, it did best in households that have $25,000 to $50,000 in income, and so that's a household. So whether it's a one-person household or a two-person household, three-person, that's the overall number. And then by age range, it is most popular with older people, 50 to 64. So it's kind of interesting how that breaks down. Of course, then they kind of say, well, excellent is 8 through 10, good is like 4 to 7, poor is 1, 2, and 3. So, any surprises by looking at that, by the way?
I just like how detailed it is. I think that's just crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty detailed. Yeah. So they break that all down. So that's the top one. If we look at the other results, and I did enjoy this ad. I did really like this one a lot. I always liked Harrison Ford, Han Solo, and all that. But anyway, but I think that I thought it was good. Amazon Alexa, you remember the dog? He's barking and ordering dog food. It's like Alexa. It's I think pretty clever. But like we were to look at that breakdown, for instance. If you want to see any of these ads, by the way, we can look at a couple of them. You can't show too many because I want to get on to chapter 2. We can look at a couple. By state, looks like North Dakota actually did the best. Interesting. The state thing is interesting. Females a little bit better than males. Income 25 to 50,000. Again, and then again 50 to 64 was the age group more popular. So again, we can speculate different things about these ads, why maybe they did better with certain groups or not. Scroll on, We All Win, if you remember that one, that was number 3. Kids with some disabilities and things, and playing video games and everything. I thought it was a heartwarming ad. I did think this one was really good. If you remember the elevator, with the different floors and different scenarios of each floor. I thought this was. Well, this is the first quarter. This was the first one that I thought was okay. That's a really good ad. I like that one. That was, yes.
I think that's the one. The only ads people are offended by is vegans for that one.
Oh, right, okay, right, they did, yeah, that's true.
Only, like,
That's true, that's true.
ad.
I didn't think about that, yeah, some of my friends that are vegan, yeah.
What happened? Let's watch it.
They're just
You wanna, well, we can watch it, yeah, all right, we've gotta watch it now, right? We can watch a couple of these others, we can watch 3 or 4 if you guys want. Like I said, I thought it was pretty funny, but it depends on your sense of humor, I guess, but.
Hello, folks, what floor?
Oh, we're car shopping.
Ah, you're going down. Way down. This
This
floor, root canal.
Oh, this is bad.
This stopped jury duty. Remember, innocent until proven. Well, he did it, right? We all agree he did it? Okay, 6-hour flight, middle seat. Who's got vitamin C? This floor, the top.
Your body's changing. My body changed. Even Grandma's body.
Vegan dinner party, is that even a thing?
We're having meatloaf, Sergio's specialty.
Why, thank you.
Car shopping, on you go.
No, sorry, we're getting a Hyundai.
Yeah, we used Shopper Assurance. It was really easy.
Hyundai, going up.
Hyundai Shopper Assurance. Transparent pricing, streamlined purchase, a 3-day worry-free exchange, and test drives that come to you.
Not so fast, Captain Colin, back it up. Thank you.
It's car shopping made better.
All right, so yeah, I mean, I like that one, but again, I guess a little controversy with that one, I suppose. I don't know.
I do.
The truth is, meatloaf tastes so bad.
Right. So bad, yeah. I can't say I've ever had it, so I don't. It doesn't sound good. What else do you guys want to see? I mean, if you guys.
Can we see the first one?
The first one, sure, yeah, I mean, it's a number, most popular, it's a longer one, it's 2 minutes long, but it's it's very entertaining.
Welcome to the 100th season of the National Football League. Tonight is not about the league. It's about football. It's about the players, the fans, the moments, and everything else that makes you say, oh boy. Let's go! Joe!
No can do, cowboy. Come on,
Damn, B. Y'all know I have what yours need. You still got it. That hurt. Boy, this is a great party. Get after old man. Obese.
He's open.
I got you, Tom.
That's a cake.
Can I have one, please?
You want this? Come and get it.
It's pretty entertaining, right? To say the least. A lot of familiar faces, so.
Do they pay each individual football player to be in
Yes, they do. I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, again, I don't know how much, and of course, it depends on, I guess, how good their agent is, and what amount that they can get for doing something like that. But yeah, of course, it's through the NFL too. So maybe they were able to get them a little bit less. Perhaps right. There might have been some clauses in the contract that it would be less expensive than some other brand trying to bring them in. Good. You guys, you want to see these other? Here, let me just kind of scroll through real quick, so you can kind of see the progression of the better ads it rated to the moderate to The worst ones. The worst one is actually kind of the one I expected. I thought it was pretty bizarre. I don't know. Anybody want to take a guess at the worst one?
Andy Warhol.
What's that?
Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol? Okay.
Was that an old ad or was that like a?
The sound was.
Burger King. Yeah, the Burger King ad. Yeah, that
Oh,
that was the worst one. Yeah, as you'll see on this list. So again, we started at 7.69. I'm just gonna kind of scroll down. You guys can see that. I like some of these. Michael Bublé, I thought was pretty good. The Win Never Felt Better. I like that. The Democracy Now, I mean, I thought that was kind of a good message, actually. There's the Game of Thrones one. Crossover, 16.
It seemed like an anti-Bud Light commercial.
Mm-hmm.
The way it like destroyed the Bud Light.
This- right, kill the
Some
night.
other beer was like gonna come and sit on it or something.
Sit on it, right, yeah. You kind of wonder, though, once he dies. You want to watch it? All right, we'll watch it real quick, and then we'll scroll through the rest, and then we'll move on. Interesting idea, though, to kind
Beautiful day for a
of Bud Light and Game of Thrones.
Sun's out, got my lucky loincloth cold Bud Light, comfy throne. I don't have a plague anymore.
Look, it's the Bud Light.
All right, let's tap this kid. Yeah, Peanut.
What's that?
why'd they beat up the Bud like that?
Right. Right. It's interesting to tie anti-Bud Light. Yeah, it does in a way, right? Yeah, killing the night.
I don't know. I don't watch it. Maybe that's why.
Mhm. Just kind of scrolling through slow so you guys can see all this.
Is it me or is there always like a medieval themed ad in every Super Bowl?
Yeah, so, I mean, certainly, of course, the Bud Light Dilly Dilly thing, I mean, that, but it does seem like even before that campaign, there was some kind of medieval type of theme, yeah. Seems that way for a while.
Medieval library.
Right. There's that ASMR.
Oh, yeah.
So it was down there, 51.
That one, Global Shot, that's weird. Turbo Sack.
This is the worst one. You guys want to see the worst one yet? This is pretty bizarre. I don't see how it does much for Burger King, but.
Well, we've been in like 40
Yeah.
Who's acting?
I don't get it. I ain't gonna get it.
They actually like gave out to like celebrities. I was seeing that a lot of them received boxes from Burger King with
Mhm.
the Andy Warhol wig, like a Whopper and like the ketchup. So
Oh.
doing promotion on that end too. So they keep on going with it.
Keep on going with it. Okay. All right. Because I didn't realize, yeah, what they were. I didn't get what they were trying to do there at all. Yeah. Interesting.
I thought it was lazy. They just recycled the old ad.
Well, right.
Yeah.
That's true.
For $5 million.
Years ago.
For 5 million, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So the highest one is 7.69, but you can look at like other years here. This all-time winners. I think this is.
What's the first one with the alt?
Yeah, these are some. That's not the highest. I'm trying to think. Oh, I guess this is by year, yeah, which one were the highest ones. So American Express says, see again, they started this in 1989. Just gonna kind of scroll through here. That was a guy. I remember that one. That was Bird and Jordan. That was pretty funny. You know, the Clydesdales have done really, really well. That whole campaign for a long time. You see Budweiser, Bud.
But you can't really compare them year by year, can you? I mean, there's different forms of. I feel like the whole rating system. I feel like it's changing drastically now. Like, I mean, I didn't watch it on TV. I watched it like on a laptop. You know, like, that doesn't count towards a rating, does it?
Well, for these ratings, it doesn't matter either way because people can. Because again, this is based on this other selection of people where they could. Again, like I said, they started off in a research facility and later they expanded it out.
It's its own thing.
With the web, once they had the web capabilities, they were able to do that. But you see some of these numbers, 8.65. Like I said, the highest one I remember is the one that was Betty White. That was a real popular one. Doritos Pug Attack. That was a good one. 8.82. So you see the 8.82 is over quite a bit higher. And these Budweiser, this one was a really good one. Horse and Trainer Reunited. Puppy Love. Yeah, there's Puppy Love. There's this one with the puppy, and there's this one with the lost dog. I guess this is the one I was thinking of. 8.10. So this one actually a little bit higher. You guys want to see any of these? Okay, yeah. Lost Dog, I think is, yeah. I mean, talk about, you know, definitely is a tearjerker. All right, so we'll watch this one. After the other ads. You can't go wrong whenever you got puppies and babies and ads always do well, right?
When I wake up, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. And when I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you.
That was the end of that ad. They sort of moved into the next one here. Yeah. So definitely a tearjerker, right? Gotta have a Kleenex Andy for that one, I guess. So yeah, so anyway. It's kind of an interesting thing to look at. Yes?
What year was the Apple commercial?
Apple commercial? That was 1984. Yeah, that was a big one. That really did a lot for Apple. That was considered one of the more memorable ads of all time. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Which one?
1984. The Apple one in 1984. It's done. I don't know if it's the one actually listed here, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, that started in '89. But that was a big one. Yeah, the Apple. Yeah, I mean this is.
Some big girl, right?
I guess this is it right here. This is a big one.
We're not finished.
Today we celebrate the first glorious anniversary of the information purification directives. Created for the first time in all history, a garden of pure ideology, where each worker may bloom, secure from the pests of any contradictory force. Force is more powerful a weapon than any fleet or army on earth. We are one people. One will, one resolve.
That's the clearest image.
choose Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
Believe it or not, that ad though was groundbreaking. I mean, sales for the Macintosh just exploded after this. This is considered actually one of the most successful ads of all time. And whether you like the ad or not, in terms of actual being, translating into sales and all of that, it actually did really well. Believe it or not. And of course, you got to consider the context of the time and all of that. There was lots of speculation back in the early 80s and lots of, I don't know, thinking that we would move ahead in certain areas technologically a lot faster than we did, and we ended up, which is